Okay. Ready for the prom?
Yes, ma'am.
Number 20, Drive Me Crazy.
We can save each other from disgrace.
Each other? What's in it for me?
Drive Me Crazy is a 1999 film starring Melissa Joan Hart and Adrian Grenier as high schoolers who decide to start dating as a way to make the people they actually like jealous. But guess what? The more time they spend together, they actually end up falling in love with each other. And although they can't admit it at first, in the end they come together happily ever after.
So, who are we making jealous?
Everyone, Nicole. Everyone.
Sure, there's nothing super original going on here, but sometimes we want our teen movies to provide comfort rather than total originality. Give us characters we care about, a few laughs and tears, and we're happy. Drive Me Crazy certainly made many of us 90s teens happy. Number 19, Crybaby.
Oh, you thinking about marriage?
I'm so tired of being good.
Crybaby could have been a pretty standard 1950s-esque teen romance musical with cool kids, hot cars, and greased hair. But in the hands of the great John Waters, it was a smart, over-the-top parody of those exact films.
But I'm afraid that I'm not gonna fit in here. You know, with your friends and stuff.
You're cool, Allison. You just look square. Underneath it all, I think you're really hip.
While it didn't do much business upon its release in 1990, it has since gained recognition for the joyful campiness that Waters is so darn good at. Throw in a young Johnny Depp not afraid to poke fun at his own teen idol image, and you have one of the best teen movies of the 90s. Number 18, Pleasantville.
Morning, kids. Better get a move on or you'll be late for school.
I don't believe this.
Pleasantville is a film about a brother and sister living in 1998 who are transported back in time to the world of the 50s black and white television show Pleasantville. While there, they see both the good and the bad of a world that isn't as perfect as it looked on TV.
I know you want it to stay pleasant around here, but there are so many things that are so much better, like silly or sexy.
The film is a high school drama, a love story, a social and political commentary, and also a pretty cool visual experience that all work together to make one of the truly underappreciated films of the decade. With 4 out of 4 stars from Roger Ebert and an 86% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, Pleasantville found plenty of critical acclaim even though its showing at the box office was disappointing.
Here. Go ahead, try it.
Number 17, Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, this is exactly how I pictured it. Choking on swan gas.
Drop Dead Gorgeous is another 90s teen movie that has seen a growth in appreciation over time. Despite the impressive cast, which includes the likes of Kirsten Dunst, Brittany Murphy, Allison Janney, and Amy Adams, this darkly comic satirical mockumentary about a small-town beauty pageant was a box office flop.
Hey, little Miss Sad Pants and her friend Serious Sally. How about some nice cool mints to turn those frowns upside down?
The film also seemed to split the critics down the middle. However, in the decades since its release, more and more people have discovered Drop Dead Gorgeous, and it has continued to acquire cult status among teen movie fans.
Living in a country where no matter who you are or where you come from, you can grow up and become what you've always dreamed of makes me, Amber Adkins, proud to be an American.
Number 16, Rushmore.
Oh my God! I wrote a hit play!
Wes Anderson proved that he could make a good movie with his directorial debut Bottle Rocket, but in 1998, his sophomore effort, Rushmore, showed the world that he could make a great film.
What's the secret, Max?
The secret?
Yeah, well, you seem to have it pretty figured out.
Secret? I don't know. I think you just gotta find something you love to do and then do it for the rest of your life.
The movie is funny, quirky, completely original, features brilliant performances from Jason Schwartzman and Bill Murray, and is replete with all that now iconic Wes Anderson visual style. Along with its 90% score on Rotten Tomatoes, the movie has appeared on many best lists, including placing 9th on both the AV Club and Paste's Best Films of the Decade.
You pulled it off.
Yeah, it went okay. At least nobody got hurt.
Except you.
I didn't get hurt that bad.
Number 15, But I'm a Cheerleader.
Hi, Megan. My name is Mike. Your parents and your friends want to have a conversation with you, and I'm here to help facilitate that dialogue.
But I'm a Cheerleader is a satirical teen rom-com about a girl who's sent to a conversion therapy camp by her parents in an attempt to change her sexual orientation. That's probably all we have to say for you to understand why the film was maybe just a little controversial back in 1999.
I think our little prom queen is too afraid to disclose. Oh, really? What's your root, Graham? We're working on your issue here, not mine. You're deflecting.
While some critics thought it too broad to really land its satirical shots, views have changed about the movie since its initial run. Even the culture website After Ellen, which had been hard on the movie in their first review, later came to call it, quote, one of the 5 best lesbian movies ever made.
1, 2, 3, 4, you're the one that I adore. 5, 6, 7, 8, don't run from me, 'cause this is fate.
Number 14, Election.
Do you want an apple, or do you want an orange? That's democracy.
I also like bananas.
Exactly.
This excellent dark comedy stars Matthew Broderick as a high school teacher who attempts to sabotage the student presidential election of a student he dislikes, played by Reese Witherspoon. The film hits some beautiful satirical notes regarding politics and high school, and features great performances from both Broderick and Witherspoon, the latter of whom was deemed one of the 100 greatest film performances of all time by Premiere Magazine.
So far, no competition.
Yeah, but you know, Coca-Cola is by far the world's #1 soft drink, and they spend more money than anybody on advertising. I guess that's how come they stay #1.
The movie took home multiple Independent Spirit Awards, including Best Feature Film and Best Direction. It also picked up an Adapted Screenplay nomination from the Oscars. Election definitely gets our vote.
You won't just be voting for me. You'll be voting for yourself. And for every other student here at Carver. Our days might not be any longer, but they can sure be better.
Number 13, The Virgin Suicides.
What are you doing here, honey? You're not even old enough to know how bad life gets.
Obviously, Doctor. You've never been a 13-year-old girl.
Entertainment Weekly in 2015 ranked The Virgin Suicides as the 39th best high school movie ever, which isn't too shabby. The film was Sofia Coppola's directorial debut and is focused on the lives of 5 girls who, after one of them attempts to take their own life, are put under close watch by their religious parents.
She had done more than just take the girls out of school. That Sunday, arriving home from a spirited church sermon, Mrs. Lisbon commanded Lux to destroy her rock records.
The film has a much darker tone than many teen movies, and is certainly not an easy watch. But Coppola tells the story with such a deft hand, you wouldn't know she'd never directed a feature film before.
But only that we had loved them, and that they hadn't heard us calling, still do not hear us calling them out of those rooms.
Number 12, Jawbreaker.
1 is for witch, 2 is for bitch. Pop it, Marcy!
Oh my god. What happened to her?
A dark comedy about a group of 3 popular high school girls who accidentally kill the 4th member of their clique, Jawbreaker had a hard time finding an audience back in 1999. The critics were also unkind to the movie, as evidenced by the brutal 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I made you, and I can break you just as easily.
Good idea. Kill me like you did Liz.
Much of the criticism revolved around the movie's similarities to one of the great teen flicks of the 80s, Heathers. Some reviews even went as far as to deem it plagiarism. However, in the decades since its release, the former has been able to distinguish itself from the latter and be appreciated for the film it is, which, according to Vice, is a teen classic.
You really shine today. You got the look, the walk.
But popularity can be fleeting. Trends change, people change. It's all about detail.
Number 11, American Pie.
Because this one time at band camp...
What's your name?
Michelle.
Okay, Michelle. Do you want to be my date for the prom?
An iconic raunchy comedy, American Pie captures the quintessential emotions of being a teenager, and is the movie that made actors like Jason Biggs and Allison Hannigan famous. Like many movies that followed over the years, it imagines that the most important pursuit for teenage boys is the loss of their virginity. So when 4 friends make a pact to have sex by prom night, we know that it's going to be hilarious, whether they succeed or not. Along the way, they start to figure out who they are and what's really important to them. So we're left with a movie that's one of the greatest teen comedies of the 90s.
How the hell am I supposed to become this Mr. Sensitive Man?
You know we're all gonna go to college as virgins. You realize this, right?
Number 10, Can't Hardly Wait.
Kenny Fisher signed my yearbook?
No thanks, no time.
Come on, where's your school spirit? Go! High Cubs!
Everyone remembers their last year of high school. For some of us, it's the best of times. For others, it's the worst. But the one thing that's certain is that we never forget it. For a bunch of teenagers, the last night of school is an event to remember. It's an alcohol-fueled fiesta with everyone trying to get in their last hurrah. For most of the teens, it's about going out with a bang. But we'll never forget that among it all, Jennifer Love Hewitt made us believe in love again. But the best part? Seeing how young and baby-faced the star-studded cast looks.
I haven't even been single for like 5 minutes. And already you think that I am just gonna strip off my clothes and do you right here because I don't know.
Number 9, Scream.
If you hang up on me, you'll die just like your mother. Do you want to die, Sydney?
Alongside I Know What You Did Last Summer, this movie is now a staple in the 90s horror movie canon. As if high school isn't bad enough, teenager Sidney Prescott has to deal with the terror of a killer targeting her and her friends. Introducing the now famous Ghostface, this movie gave us an icon we now see parading around every Halloween. From the brief appearance of Drew Barrymore to the chilling climax, this movie never fails to keep us enthralled. It took a bunch of teens who love horror movies and put them inside of one, to point out the cliches even as each character fell right into them.
Now you gotta die. Those are the rules.
Number 8, The Craft. The 90s were filled with the dark and the occult.
As above, so below.
The second movie on this list with Neve Campbell in the credits, The Craft takes us into the world of teenage witchcraft, where newcomer Sarah falls in with a group of outcast girls. All she wants is new friends, but things turn sour when Sarah realizes that the group might be using their magical powers for evil.
Let's go.
No, he's gotta pay.
Starting out as a thriller with a sense of humor, the movie drops all of the comedy to become one of the darkest teenage movies we've ever seen. Number 7, She's All That.
Great. Okay, listen. If we're gonna be friends, we have to deal with them sooner or later, right?
With prom just around the corner, Zach has to rekindle his popularity after his popular girlfriend leaves him for a reality TV star. Claiming that any girl can replace his ex, Zach is challenged to turn dorky art student Lainey into the prom queen. What Zach doesn't expect is that he and all his friends will come to like Lainey.
Was this some kind of new dork outreach program? I'm just
No. Are you always like this?
No.
Yes.
This movie has plenty of fun in it, like the iconic makeover scene, and also some heartbreaking scenes like when Lainey finds out about the bet.
My bet? My bet?
It's not the most conventional start to a relationship, but in our heart of hearts, we all knew that Zach and Lainey were meant to be.
Be silent.
Zach.
What?
Shut up.
Number 6, Romeo and Juliet.
Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night.
Schools and educators have been trying to get teens interested in Shakespeare for decades, if not longer. Turns out, the way to do it is to make an amazing Romeo and Juliet movie.
Sin from my lips? O trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kissed by the book.
While there have been some good ones in the past, they don't come close to matching the vibrancy, passion, and visual aesthetic of Baz Luhrmann's modern pop take on the centuries-old play. Grossing over $145 million at the box office, scoring 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, and an A- audience cinema score, 1996's Romeo and Juliet made Shakespeare actually kinda cool.
You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
Too great a pressure for a tender thing.
Number 5. Dazed and Confused.
Alright. Oh, Christ. How you doing?
Widely known as one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite films, this movie follows a ragtag bunch of teenagers celebrating the last day of school. There's something charming about this movie that reminds us of our own teenage days. Whether it's the humiliating hazing, our first keg party, or those alternating undertones of excitement and vague boredom that permeate the movie, we can all relate to one of the things these crazy kids get up to. It's a coming-of-age story that leaves us feeling a little nostalgic, and we can't help but be grateful that the spirit of adolescence can be captured so well on film.
Remember me, you pig?
Number 4. Cruel Intentions.
My advice is to sleep with as many people as possible.
Most people know Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, the ass-kicking vampire slayer, but in this movie she transforms from righteous do-gooder into Catherine Murtoy, the beautiful but twisted teenager who treats manipulation like a sport.
Everybody loves me, and I intend to keep it that way.
I see your point.
Egging on her playboy stepbrother, played by Ryan Phillippe, the two of them start upon a path of destruction that leaves people damaged and distraught in their wake. This is one of the darkest teen movies we've ever seen, and thanks to the incredible performances of the cast, also one of the best.
I'm impressed.
Well, I'm in love.
Number 3. Never Been Kissed.
Are you sure you're 17?
Yes. I'm 17. I'm 17.
It's hard to believe that Drew Barrymore could ever be anything other than radiant, but this movie shows us that she can also be pretty dorky. Playing Josie, a journalist, she goes undercover as a high school student for research and is forced to relive some of the worst days of her life. Lucky for her, she has a second chance to reinvent herself.
Good, huh? That is delicious. You know, I love chocolate.
Just like her entire office who watch via a hidden camera, we can't look away when Josie becomes one of the popular kids, or gets voted prom queen. And there's nothing like the tension in that final scene when we wait to see whether Josie will ever get her first kiss.
Well, it's been building up inside of me for
Number 2. 10 Things I Hate About You.
He's our guy.
If you miss Heath Ledger as much as we do, you'll know that his role as heartthrob Patrick is one of his best. Based on Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, this teen rom-com sees two very different sisters try to manage their time in high school. Popular Bianca wants to date and party, while her sister Kat wants to stay at home and read feminist literature, but Bianca can't date until Kat does.
Well then, because then I'd have to start taking out girls who actually like me.
Like you could find one.
And if there's one movie scene we all dream of reenacting in our lives, it's the one where Patrick serenades Kat with the help of the marching band.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night. I love you, baby.
Number 1. Clueless.
Ugh, as if.
Alicia Silverstone steals the show in this cult classic as Cher Horowitz, a valley girl with more to her than meets the eye. Playing the ditzy teenage daughter of a successful lawyer, she thinks she can argue her way out of any situation. She ends up adopting new girl Ty to her clique and puts her on the path to popularity. This comes with pitfalls once Ty becomes more popular than her and decides she wants to date Cher's stepbrother Josh.
You're a virgin who can't drive. Oh, that was way harsh, Ty.
Horrified by this, Cher realizes that she herself is in love with Josh, despite their differences. With great fashion, good-natured matchmaking, and true love, as if this movie could be anything but brilliant.
Are you saying you care about me?
Josh.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.